3 by the Sea with me, Angela Henderson, for the mommies and other adults who would enjoy the book Gift from the Sea by Morrow Lindbergh, published by Pantheon Books, New York. I have been sharing 2 parts already of a chapter that I really love from her book called Double Sunrise. So in her table of contents, if you're just joining us, she takes a seashell and writes an analogy of being on the ocean and observing different lessons in life. So she talks about that perfect sunrise shell and how rare it is to have 2 coming together perfectly, and how we long for, when we have that new relationship, for it to stay just like that, but it's impossible. Change is inevitable. And so she talks quite a bit about that, and she closes the chapter with one of my very favorite paragraphs that I'm going to share with you now. She says, "Beautiful, fragile, fleeting, the sunrise shell, but not for all that illusory. Because it is not lasting, let us not fall into the cynic's trap and call it an illusion. Duration is not a test of true or false." I love that. Duration is not a test of true or false. The day of the dragonfly or the night of the Saturnine moth is not invalid simply because that phase in its life cycle is brief. Validity need have no relation to time, to duration, to continuity. It is on another plane, judged by other standards. It relates to the actual moment in time and place. And what is actual only for one time and only for one place. The sunrise shell has the eternal validity of all beautiful and fleeting things. And I'm going to read just a little bit of the next shell, oyster bed, because she gives that visual illustration. And her next paragraph, I feel like, is important segue. But surely we do demand duration and continuity of relationships. And then she continues, of course, but not necessarily continuity in one single form or stage. Not necessarily continuity in the double sunrise stage. There are other shells to help me to put in a row on my desk. And that reminds me of the quote by Heraclitus, where he says, "You never step into the same river twice." And I think we so much want things to stay the same. We grieve, but look forward to when our children go up to different ages and things like that, and there's different changes. But I like her perspective so much, and I hope that you will enjoy the book either at your home or by the sea.